My dear brothers and sisters, today in the Gospel, we read about Jesus healing the withered hand of a person on Sabbath. Now, the entire Gospel reading can be summarized in 4 simple words: courage, hypocrisy, Sullupoumenos and faith. Well, courage, the first of the 4 words, is what Christ shows when he opts to call the man to the front, despite knowing the hostility brimming inside the synagogue. The second one, hypocrisy, is what Christ exposes as he poses the question: is it lawful to do good or to do harm on Sabbath? To save life or to kill? The seemingly law-abiding Pharisees, they plot to kill Christ. They plot to do harm. But Christ, the perceived lawbreaker, contrary to that perception, he does a good deed and saved a man. Christ was never a hypocrite. The original Greek expression for grieved and angered is the third word, Sullupoumenos, which means sympathy. Now, the apocryphal Gospel of Nazarenes describes the man with the withered hand as a stonemason who requires both the hands to work. Christ felt sympathy to that individual. Now, the final word is faith. Against all odds, the man attempted to stretch out his hand. Against all odds, his faith triumphed. My dear brothers and sisters, as we reflect on these 4 words, courage, hypocrisy, Sullupoumenos, and faith, we need to remember St. Anthony the Abbot, whose feast we celebrate today. In his life, St. Anthony reflected all these 4 words. He was so courageous that he confessed Christianity in public. During the Diocletian persecutions, he wanted to be a martyr for Christ. Secondly, after being inspired by Matthew 19:21, go sell what you have and give to the poor, and you will have treasures in heaven, he sold his entire property. He settled in a desert to live for his convictions. Thus, he was called St. Anthony of the Desert. He believed in what he did. Thirdly, the sympathy St. Anthony had on the people who came to him seeking discipleship and wisdom led him to instruct them in ways of Christ. And this sympathy gave him the title Anthony, Father of all monks. And finally, he is called St. Anthony the Great by none other than St. Athanasius, for he stayed faithful throughout his life. The picture on my right is by Blessed Fra Angelico, the great Dominican. It shows St. Anthony, he is tempted by gold. The picture on my left, that is St. Anthony being threatened by demons, drawn by Michelangelo. Despite the threats, despite the temptations, St. Anthony stayed strong in faith to become Anthony the Great. So, my dear brothers and sisters, as we celebrate the feast of this great saint, let us pray to the Lord to give us the courage to overcome hypocrisy so that we may remain faithful to Lord and sympathetic to our fellow human beings, just like St. Anthony, whose feast we celebrate today.